on, let's go. Let's go. Oh, here's our latest edition. Look at this nice heifer calf. Yesterday at noon. You want out? Alright. Go for a walk. Let's go, little buddy. Come on. Come on, let's go. Go for a run. Watch out for the fence. Come on. I gotta process that pair, process that calf, and I'm gonna boot them out right away because it's beautiful outside. And we had a really slow weekend. Calving, we had one yesterday. Don't think we had any on Saturday. So we're sitting at 87. 87 cows have calved with 87. We got a few bulls that we've kept as bulls. One, well, we'll get them both eventually. And so we're sitting at 45 heifers, 36 steers, and 6 bulls. So we've got, yeah, 45 and 42. A few more heifers. We've been having a few more heifers than bulls, but hopefully that catches up a little bit. I like to have more steers, so they just have a tendency to weigh up and pay a little bit better at market the next year. So the calf's weighing 95 pounds, 94 pounds. That's a good size. I like those weights in that 90 pounds. So I'll process them and then they can get booted right out. Hold on, mama. Let's go. So I was recently asked what causes one farm to have to pull more than another farm. I'm not sure whether there's a right answer for that one. Sometimes I think we do more pulling than what we really need to. A lot of the calves that we have pulled this year, I feel as though it's been basically just helping them out at the very end. And if it's a matter of me pulling a calf on the early side and just doing a little help like I've been doing, I would say the majority of our pulls have been very, very easy. The reason I do that is I want to make sure I have a live calf, and if it's a matter of getting it out a little bit quicker, I'm willing to do that. Some of the births, probably the cow would have been able to do it on their own. But there are many different things that play into the reasons why you have to pull a calf. One of them being you put the wrong bull on, or the combination of the bull and the cow was just too much. It could have to do with feeding too heavy and the cow puts all the weight to the calf. And part of our issue, I think sometimes, is when we're calving and it's really cold out. I think that we have to help out a little bit more with calving when it's colder out. When it's warmer out, we hardly ever have to help a calf or a cow calve. But we need to calve at the times that we do because we like to get calving done with before seeding starts. So you kind of, I guess you could say you pick your battle, what works for you. So I'm not sure if I answered that question or whether it was just a political answer, but we like to put lots of power to our cows, trying to get a good birth weight with a good growing. When what we call as curve benders, ones that grow really quick right after they're born. So that's what we aim for. So we push it on the sense that we want some heavier calves when they're born. That's also why I think we do a little bit more pulling, and we're okay with that.
Yeah, just about bad. Well, good afternoon there. It is a sunny, beautiful day here in Manitoba today. I think Kendall and Dylan are back home finishing up feeding and doing some bedding. And my job this afternoon is, we got called there last week. Actually, it's probably 2 weeks ago already, but hauling some wheat. And just the way things have gone, we haven't had time, but we got ourselves ready. So I'm going to try getting the 2 loads of wheat into Cargill. So it's a much nicer day today. In fact, it's melting out, so I'm not going to complain, but there does come a little bit of problems with that, and that is the truck here is sitting on basically nothing, and yet I am having trouble getting it to roll. I've aired up I lifted my axles, and I'm thinking I've either still got tires that are slightly frozen down from the melting and the freezing, or I've got brakes that are froze up. So I'm just going to go around now and tap brakes, see if something frees itself up, and then go from there. Hopefully we can get this solved quickly. So to tap brakes, what you're doing actually is you're hitting under here. Under here is the brake drum, inside is the pads, and what sometimes happens is if when you park it, if there gets to be a bit of snow in between the pad and the drum, sometimes the pads will actually freeze to the drum, and that becomes a problem. So what you do is you try to just lightly tap here, and usually the vibrations of it or whatever will be enough to jar the pad loose. So we managed to figure out the problem here. Wasn't a major one. The center axle right here on this side, driver's side, center axle in the middle, like between the 2 trailers. This one here was the one that was frozen up. So once I got it tapped free, we're good to go. So what I'm just doing now, I got these ones up, is front one's free, back ones are free. So I should be now good to lower my axles, get them ready for loading, and then they can start the loading process. To be honest, I've already started the loading process, just trying to get ahead of things here a little bit. So
Okay. We got a whackload of mesh wrap on here. We're gonna rip that off. Dylan's got a big knife. Do you know how to use it?
Yep.
You do? Perfect. Then I don't have to. Stick it in right there. I'll line it up and you tell me when you need how close it is.
Yeah. Keep going. Stop.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot on here. I think you're good. No, now you're off. I'll pull it all the way back. Yep, now push, lift your other end up. There, now just push, lift it up, have it up high. There, now just push. Yep. Just make sure that end is as high as you can go. That'll keep it in the slot.
Not want to go any further. Oh, I'm not there yet.
You got a little bit more to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we like to keep that drum fairly clean because we don't like that mesh. We don't like the mesh in the, if the drum gets too thick it starts spitting out the little pieces of mesh. I'll just clean that up and we're done. But I don't want that in the bedding and I also don't want that in their feed. We had a calf earlier today and not sure what's wrong with it, but it's really, he's really having a hard time to stand. You just can't do it. Not sure what's going on. And we would like to see it give somewhat of an indication that it wants to eat or be able to eat. Mom's doing, the heifer's doing a great job. It licked it up. It's done a great job, but something just seems off with the calf. So we're going to give it some colostrum, hoping that it gives the calf a bit of a boost and some energy and see if it can get standing up. So we're going to try that. A little bit, but not great.
She does have it look pretty good.
Well, I think I'm just going to tube him.
You're gonna tube it?
Yeah, he doesn't want to
He's not sucking anymore?
No.
He's sucking my fingers a little bit. Well, you want to get the... Where is it?
Oh, now he's gonna stand up.
You know what? I wouldn't care. Get that. We'll just get the stuff in. And you got it made up anyway, right?
Yep. Oh, he's not expanding it. He just seems off. He's just not.
The tube stuff?
I have the tube in the office there. Okay, cap won't suck, so with tubing it, you gotta stick it down the right side, and then it just gets the food right in there. You gotta make sure you go down the right side, or else you put it down the lungs, and then, well, that'll kill the animal.
It's 2/3 of it?
Yeah, probably. A little over half.
Empty. Rinse that out.
I'll move on to some dry straw here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to open it up. Mom's being good.
Well, that's a wrap for the day. We had one calf. We'll see how that calf's doing tomorrow. Hopefully giving it that colostrum, give it a little bit of energy, and it can get up and start walking around. So Daryl got the semi all loaded, so he's got that load to take away, plus one more. So hopefully all goes well and he can get that done tomorrow. And yeah, weather's been beautiful, nice day, a whole lot easier with calving when the weather is this nice. We don't have to sleep in the shack. We can just watch from our phones at home. So unless something else is going on, that's a wrap for the day. And thanks for taking the time to watch. And yeah,